Good day, everyone. Today, my group members and I will be presenting about self-awareness. My group members are Adali Katkena, Kiara Arthurs, Kylie Adolphus, Emma Tush, and myself, James Chuck. The question that we have today is, what is self-awareness?
Self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to have a clear understanding of who you are. That includes your personality and behavior, your strength and weakness, your beliefs and motivation. Self-awareness is the beginning of the life that you want. Being self-aware allows you to make the necessary changes to get the outcome that you desire.
Hello everyone, my name is Taylor and I will be presenting on what the self-awareness theory is. The self-awareness theory is based on the idea that you are not your thoughts, but the entity that is observing your thoughts. You are the thinker, separate and apart from your thoughts, as Duval and Wicklund stated in 1972. We can go about our day without giving our inner self extra thought, merely thinking and feeling and acting as well. However, we can also focus our attention on that inner self, an ability that Duval and Wicklund termed as self-evaluation. When we engage in self-evaluation, we can give some thought to where we are thinking and feeling and acting as we should, or following our standards and values. This is referred to as comparing against our standards of correctness. We do this daily, using these standards as a way to judge the rightness of our thoughts and behaviors. When using these standards, it is a major component of practicing self-control as we evaluate and determine whether we are making the right decisions or choices to achieve our goals.
Characteristics of self-awareness. Some of the characteristics of self-awareness are wisdom, humility, honesty, and confidence. People who are self-aware portray some of these traits to themselves and others.
Wisdom. Diligently work to comprehend themselves and use that knowledge in their daily lives. Honesty. These people can tell another individual about their strength and weakness. They are completely honest and do not use false information about themselves to enlarge their ego. Humility. These people do not focus on themselves only. They are persons who understand what they can do and their impact on a group. They acknowledge that there is a need to help others. Confidence is a feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. It is a firm trust. In other words, these persons feel secure about themselves.
Studies by Lewis and Burkant demonstrate a more complex sense of self-awareness in a child that is 1 year old. However, it becomes much more developed by the time that they are 18 months. Through the mirror recognition test, Lewis and Burkant were able to give these clues of self-awareness. This mirror recognition test was done by placing a red dot in a child's forehead without alerting them. A child under 18 months would not make the connection between himself and the person in the mirror. Sometimes they would even look behind the mirror to try to identify the stranger that they see. About 18 months, there is a change. Now the child would notice that the red dot is there, and they would understand the link between themselves and the mirror image. They would go up to the researchers and identify that the red dot is still there or that the red dot is no longer there on their forehead.
It's not red anymore.
What's not red?
My this. My head.
There are so many examples when dealing with self-awareness, but here are the 10 that I've chosen. Example 1. You're able to recognize, monitor, and modulate. Modulate meaning having control over something or on something. Yes, modulate your feelings, thoughts, and behaviors. Example 2. You've worked on resolving the difficult issues from your upbringing. Example 3, you're comfortable in your own skin. 4, you're able to build a positive relationship with others. 5, you can empathize with others. Empathize meaning understand and share the feelings of others, or share your feelings with others. Number 6, you treat people with kindness and respect. 7, you don't fly off the handle, meaning that you don't lose temper. 8, your general mood is positive and upbeat. 9, difficult situations don't destroy you because you're aware of your abilities to overcome them. And 10, you feel, think, and act in ways that you can be proud of.
Psychologists break down self-awareness into 2 types of self-awareness: private and public self-awareness. Public self-awareness is when people are aware of how they are perceived. Their behavior may often become consistent with societal expectation to avoid negative evaluation. Public self-awareness emerges in situations when people are the center of attention, such as giving a presentation or talking amongst a group of friends. Private self-awareness happens when you are more aware of different aspects of your personal life. For example, seeing your face in the mirror. People who are more privately self-conscious have higher levels of private self-awareness, which can be both a good and bad thing. These people tend to be more aware of their feelings and beliefs, and therefore more likely to stick to their personal values. However, they are more likely to suffer anxiety. People who are more publicly self-conscious have higher level of public self-awareness. They tend to think about how people are viewing them and more concerned about if they're being judged by their appearances or their actions. As a result, these individuals tend to stick to group norms and try to avoid situations that would make them look bad or feel embarrassed. There are several questions that we can ask to see if we are self-aware. The questions that we can ask ourselves is, what does the ideal me look like? What are the most important things in life? What are my goals and dreams? How would I complete the question, what if? How would I describe myself in 3 words? And how satisfied am I in a current relationship?
Self-awareness test categories. They're first, inner self, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Seeing an internal image will inspire feelings about the image and sounds, either related to the image or our own inner commentary. 2, personal paradigm. A personal paradigm is a worldview. It answers questions about how life exists and why we're here. There is a God who created the universe. There is not a God. People are basically good and here to help each other. People are animals, interested in survival, and so forth. Personal beliefs, positive and negative. Personal beliefs are perspectives about what is true for you. It revolves around your internal beliefs related to who you are and what you're capable of accomplishing in the world. Life values. Life values are indications of what's important to you in life. You can trust that a value is important to you or congruent when it successfully guides your decisions. Inner conflict. Inner conflict is part of the human condition. It happens when your beliefs conflict with each other. For example, you may believe you are capable of succeeding in life. At the same time, you may harbor doubt about your abilities. Stress and negativity triggers. Triggers are those things in the outside world that automatically set you off into a negative state. 7, inner parents. The influence of parents or primary caregivers in pervasive. Nobody leaves childhood without taking their parents with them on the inside. Beliefs, values, behaviors, and personal paradigms are all heavily influenced by parents during formative years. Personal limitations, we all have limitations. Some of those are self imposed, usually due to limiting beliefs. Others are legitimate limitations to our intelligent and natural skills. Self sabotage, your own worst enemy. Do you know why you sometimes sabotage something or your success? Do you know how or understand the intention behind self sabotage? And lastly, your future. People are naturally goal oriented. We move toward what we want. Consciously setting goals is one way to be intentional about the future.
Significance of self-awareness. Self-awareness is important. Why? Because it makes us understand ourselves better and being able to experience ourselves as unique and separate individuals. Becoming more self-aware can help you understand your wants and needs, along with understanding your desires, finding your strengths and weaknesses. It can increase perspective talking, which enables you to improve your relationship connection with others, such as your family, friends, and other perspectives. When you involve yourself with social beings, it helps with self-control or improves self-regulation, more like self-discipline. Moving on, self-awareness can restrain antisocial impulses and increase personal responsibility. It increases creative achievement, meaning when you are reaching out to accomplish a goal, the process is significant. Things will not be the same. There will always be a time where you need to place or input your creativity to make your dream happen or to be successful. Other significant self-awareness is important for learning about yourself and discovering your true capabilities, discovering the power of love. By this, it can boost up your self-esteem and enhance your ability to make positive changes in your life, like loving yourself. Another significant, inputting positive attributes to internal factors like effort and ability. Creating managerial self-awareness that can improve better relationship in a workplace, which then result in a good achievement.
When it comes to self-awareness, there are some barriers that we must recognize in order for us to truly understand or discover who we truly are. This allows us the opportunity to fully understand our purpose in this life.
Self-awareness is a key part of being happy and living a fulfilling life. Because when you understand yourself well, you experience the world as the real you, rather than living life the way others would expect you to do. There are some obstacles when it comes to self-awareness. These are some examples. Fear of unpleasant emotions. Fear of opening a box of memories. It's easier to live unconsciously. It's difficult to break a habit. People don't see the value in getting to know themselves. When you get to know yourself better, you live a fulfilling life because you fully understand the reason behind every action that you take. The ultimate goal of self-awareness is to know yourself well and live life comfortably without worrying what society thinks of you. Be the real you.
Ways to increase or build self-awareness. 1. Mindful meditation. Meditation is the practice of improving your moment-by-moment awareness, relaxing and focusing on yourself. When meditating, ask yourself this question: what am I trying to achieve?
What can I do to change? What am I doing that is moving me slow? 2. Diary thought. Write down or thinking about what you want to do and track your progress on what you are achieving. 3. Asking a friend. Sometimes we came across difficult situations and we have to rely on the feedback of our peer or friends who can make us feel better and safe. 4. Taking healthy risk. 5. Knowing your regret. In life, we have done mistakes that we regret doing, but just remember that everyone makes a mistake, so you are not alone. Lastly, imagine eulogy.
As an experienced teacher, one exercise that can be done in the classroom to help develop self-awareness is through group activity that increases the self-awareness through body language exercises. We will divide the participants into partners, and we will give one partner a note showing the type of emotion that they should display using only body languages, having the other partner choose what emotion is present during the act. So we can compare this group activity to the game of charades using the rules where the participants act out what is on the note and their partner to guess what is being done. We can also develop self-awareness in a team setting, helping the group become more aware of the common goals that they share. The team's strengths and weakness can be identified and transformed into action steps for team growth. In a group, we can have them brainstorm the answers to the following questions. This team is great at what? This team struggles at? This team supports each other by, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does each team member notice their emotional reactions? What are some of the common goals they share? And what can they do to help each other grow? And finally, our daily actions include what? And when they answer these questions, the participants will become more aware of the team's strengths and weaknesses, and again, their common goals that they share.